You know what, man? Ever since I started this channel and I started really like taking this serious and started reading more articles and just looking at the way social media reacts to certain things, I started to realize like, yo, it's really a snowflake ass society, bro. Like just the fact that people would get upset at a rich and successful person saying to get off your ass and go and work, like that's mind-boggling to me, bro. Just the fact that people get upset by that is just crazy. I have on this hat because my hair was looking crazy. My hair was looking crazy in that last video. I was like, okay, let me put on a hat in this one. I'm not even gonna lie. But people is getting upset at a rich and successful young woman. Well, it don't matter. The gender don't matter. But I'm just saying, people are getting upset because she said get up and work. Make it make sense, bro. Would it have been better if she wasn't rich? No, right? It would have made sense if she wasn't rich. Like, how the hell you telling me what to do? We both in the same boat, financial boat, you know? We both in the same tax bracket. How the hell you telling me what to do? But for real though, now, this could be a case of wrong messenger, like right message, wrong messenger. But still, who the hell, like, would it have been better if she was poor? Think about that for a minute, okay? Contemplate that. If you're one of those that's upset by this, upset by what Kim said, man, think about it.
Now let's be facts.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing out there, man? I hope y'all doing good. You know, just staying safe, just staying alive, man. Oh my God, we got another one for you. So, just want to give y'all the context right away. So watch this clip and I'll be right back.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
Okay. So people is upset because Kimberly Kardashian said, get off your ass and go to work, and go work. You know, say whatever. Get off your ass and work. People is upset by that. Like, okay. I saw this shit and I'm like, I already knew, because I already know, like I said, the trend of the way social media is. People just get upset at every little fucking thing. Snowflake society, like I said. This is just another case of the snowflake society striking again. People is upset because a person that's rich and successful at the moment said to get off your ass and go to work, and work. What's the issue with her saying that? That is what it takes to become rich. I don't know how else to put it. And I think people misconstrue what that means. That don't mean get up and go clock in, you know, to the 9 to 5. That's not necessarily what that means. I get it. That's a lot of our circumstances. That's what we have to do. But that's not necessarily what that means. I don't even think that's what she was referring to. But the real question is, why does that upset people? Like, why is that something to get upset about, bro? For real, like, why? Why do people get upset when she say that? Would it have been better if the person was poor telling you to do that? No, right? Because how the hell could they tell you that? How could someone in your same fucking tax bracket tell you the way to be successful is to get up and work? How would that work? You wouldn't listen to them, right? I'm sure if someone was poor saying this type of shit, there would be no uproar. There would be no people getting upset like they are with this case right here. So why are people getting upset? Like, I don't understand people, bro. And I'm not getting upset at the people getting upset. It's just me trying to rationalize things and always trying to see things from people's point of view. I don't understand that shit, bro. I really don't. Now, like I do on my channel, I do try to see things from, multiple points of view. Okay, I could understand somewhat those people's point of view. The people that's like upset at what Kim said, I could understand. Okay, you know what? I see where you're coming from. Because I used to feel that way a few years ago. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm 24 now. It's 2022 right now. I'm turning 25 later this year. Maybe like high school or something like that, I probably thought the same way. Like, if this story happened in high school, I probably would have been upset by that too. Like, what the hell is she talking about? You got it lucky, you know? Maybe in high school I would have been upset by this. Like, what is she talking about? You have a whole rich ass family or some shit like that. I get it. I do understand where they're coming from. Because she was technically born into money. She was. I will not deny that. She was born into money, and sometimes some people's circumstances don't allow for them to, one, of course, be born into money, and their circumstances don't necessarily allow for them to be able to like take the risk, the financial risk. It is, you got to take financial risk. That's something I've watched. I'll be watching those motivational videos from rich people. And that's one constant. You have to take financial risk to become rich. So I know some people's circumstances don't allow for that. They got kids, they got rent and all that shit that's due, and they barely could pay that. So they can't take those risks. I get it. I do. But you can't be mad at someone who was able to take those risks and be like, you can't be mad at them for that. How, like, really and truly, my main question is going to be why are y'all mad about her saying this? What other advice could it be? What other advice do you want? You got to get up and work. That's all it is. That's all it is. Well, that's the main thing. You got to get up and work. This is just one random thing I got to say. It's not in my notes. Before I get to my next point of view, I watch like a lot of the big YouTubers and whatnot, and a lot of the a really important thing that they say, you got to be consistent and you got to like really grind, bro. Elon Musk had a post. He said like he works 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for 52 weeks out of the year, and people still call him lucky. It takes shit like that, bro. Like Kevin Samuels on another thing, he said you got to be working 60 hours a week. It really takes that thing. Like, you gotta get up and work. That's all it is. You gotta get up and work, bro. That's all it is. Them popular YouTubers, like I said, you could get lucky and luck up or whatever the case is. But besides that, the majority of them had to grind. They had to leave their fucking 9-to-5 job that more likely than not they didn't like, and upload their videos and promote them and do all that extra shit and edit and all. They had to do that. That's 12 plus hours a day, no less than that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I can't even tell the last time I didn't work 12 plus hours. And that's not necessarily all 12 hours on YouTube. That's 12 hours from my regular job combined with YouTube. I can't and that's what it takes for real. And another thing I realized, I was watching a TED Talk. I know I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but this is some passionate shit for me, bro. I was watching a TED Talk from a famous YouTuber, right? She said that like when you become successful, you gotta work even more. So it's like, bro, it's like the work never stops. Of course, you'll go on your vacation and you'll be able to enjoy that shit a lot more because you'll have the money to go out of the country and whatnot. But that's really what it takes. And you gotta work your way up to become successful on YouTube, and you gotta continue working to keep that success, bro. And that's gonna lead me directly into Kim's point of view, aka the next point of view. Okay, Kim's point of view. Get your ass up and work. There's no way to sugarcoat that. There's no way to say that any nicer, like any more politically correct way. Get your ass up and go to work. Simple as that. But with a little asterisk next to that. That don't necessarily mean go to your 9-to-5. That don't necessarily mean go to your part-time job. That might mean learning a trade. That might mean learning a trade. That might mean putting your time into something that's not paying you right now, but will pay you very much so in the next few years. That's what that might mean. Because another thing I realized too, a lot of the rich people, the motivational stuff, you don't necessarily you don't get rich from working a 9 to 5. You might be able to live somewhat comfortable, but you'll never get to that $1 billion range working a 9 to 5. No, it don't equate. It don't equal up. It don't meet right here. It don't meet. So get your ass up and work don't necessarily mean go to your two part-time jobs that's barely paying you anything. You got to get your revenue up. So whatever that's gonna mean to you, the sacrifices is what it takes. She didn't mention that in the clip, but it really takes those sacrifices. And like I said, I know all of this from all those videos I've watched from motivational people, like rich people who give out motivation. It's a lot of stuff you hear over and over and over, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, maybe you're right about that. Maybe that is what it takes. You know, the sacrifice is very key too. Now I just want to address this one thing, how people was like, well, she was born into money. Granted, that is true. Rich parents gives you that silver spoon, gives you that extra helping hand. But think about all those people with rich parents who turned out to be bums. Or rich parents, they had that helping hand, but it's like they might have just slapped that hand away and ended up bums or on the street or whatever the case is. Just think about that. For all the people who's mad at Kim for saying this, like I said, it could be wrong messenger. But for those people who's mad at her for saying this because she had the rich parents or whatever the case is, that's just an excuse. You're just making excuses at that point. Because look at Rob. Rob is not anywhere on either of their levels. And that says a lot. His parents was rich too, right? They have the same parents. What happened there? Or any other celebrity that's in the limelight right now with rich parents, or those people with rich parents but they're poor or they're bums or whatever the case is. What happened there? They had the same rich parents. What happened though? You see what I'm saying? So you're upset because Kim had that helping hand, you know, that startup, but she could have easily been a bum too. And then they bring up how she got started because of Ray J. Granted, that's true too. We can't deny that. I don't even think she would deny that shit if somebody brought that up. But that could have been a case of, oh, you remember that lady who was in that video with Ray J? It could have been a situation like that. She could have been just that lady who was in that video with Ray J if she didn't get up and start working after that. You know, she took that and made something of it. All roads lead to the same thing, bro. All roads lead to the same thing, getting up and going to work. That could have just been, oh, you remember that white lady Ray J had that video with? That's what that could have been. And think about all those, I'm not even gonna get into that, but just think about that. That's what that could have been. So y'all bringing up her being with Ray J. Granted, it is true. That's another helping hand right there. But that could have easily been, wait, what was her name? It was Kim or something like that. Like, whatever happened to her? That could have easily been the case. Easily. So y'all making this excuse. Forget all those excuses, bro. Forget all of them excuses, bro. On some real shit, forget all of them excuses. Sometimes it takes those sacrifices. Get up and go to work. There's no other way to sugarcoat that shit, bro. Seriously. Question time. question time. How do y'all feel about this? I don't even know. I couldn't come up with any creative questions with this topic because it's really a straightforward thing. Like, how do y'all feel about this? Like, seriously, are y'all mad at Kim for saying this? Like I said, she did have that helping hand. I will not deny that. The video with Ray J, another helping hand. I can't deny that. But it could have easily been, who was that woman in that video with Ray J? She could have been forgotten. That's my point. She could have been forgotten if she didn't get up and start working. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, man. How do y'all feel about this for real? Like, for real. Because just another snowflake, just another case of the Snowflake Society striking again. Let me know what y'all think. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. My sinus is acting up again, bro. Let me know what y'all think, man. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon, man. Ah!